I'm going to call the special town council meeting of December 12th, 2023 to order. And I'll ask our clerk to please take attendance.
Councilmember Rennie?
Here.
Councilmember Moore?
Here.
Councilmember Hudis?
Here.
Vice Mayor Badami?
Here.
Mayor Risto?
Here. Thank you. First of all, I want to welcome everybody. We haven't had council chambers this full in a long time, and it is really for a wonderful reason. This is our annual handing over of the gavel, as I think of it, and it's great to see so much community support. So thank you for being here. This is a great evening. So first of all, we do have some business. So we have an item on our consent calendar, and it has to do with accepting money from the council. I guess it's on consent, so we don't have a report. Do I have any? I guess I need to open public comment on the consent item. If anybody would like to speak on consent, please turn in a card. And I don't see any. Do we have anyone on Zoom?
There are no hands raised on Zoom.
Okay, thank you. With that, I will close consent and turn to my council members for comments or a motion. Vice Mayor.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve consent item number 1.
Thank you. Councilmember Moore.
Second.
Okay. Not seeing any hands raised for comments, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
No one opposed. Motion passes 5-0. Thank you. All right. At this point in the meeting, we'll have verbal communications. Given that this is a special meeting, any member of the public can get up and speak, but only on the item before us, which is the transfer from the mayor to the vice mayor, et cetera. So I do have a couple of cards. If anyone else would like to speak, please turn in a card. And I have Marna Taylor. You have 3 minutes to speak, up to 3 minutes.
Thank you. I just am speaking tonight on behalf of myself and the Los Gatos United Methodist Church, St. Vincent de Paul, and St. Luke's Episcopal Church to say thank you, Mayor Risto, for the support you've given this year as we've been working towards stabilizing and securing more services for the unhoused here in Los Gatos. We have really, really appreciated it and look forward to working further with Mayor Badami as we move into next year. So thanks so much.
Thank you, and thank you for all the work you've been doing. My next speaker is, it looks like 2 people. Are you sharing time together, or are these individual cards? Karen Rubio and Kathleen Willie. Are you together?
We're together.
Okay. Thank you. You have 3 minutes between you.
Okay, thank you. Karen Rubio, Kathleen Willie, and we're both with Plant-Based Advocates. And we just wanted to thank you so much for all your efforts as mayor, in particular your efforts towards sustainability in town and just your willingness to talk to everybody and listen. And we really appreciate your help getting our group off the ground and attending some of our talks at the library. So I just wanted to say thank you, and also that we also appreciate all the council members. I think we have just a stellar council in Los Gatos, so thank you.
And I've known Maria for many years from Blossom Hill Elementary. I just appreciate your efforts with the, safe routes to school and just being a positive, healthy, athletic influence in our town. So thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you, and thank you both for the work you're doing in our community. That's the last card I have. Do we have any hands on Zoom?
There are no hands raised on Zoom.
Great. Okay, thank you. With that, I will close. Oh, I'm sorry.
There's one hand.
Oh, okay.
Karen Delaney.
I think, hi, I'm Karen Delaney. I think the vice mayor has disqualified herself from becoming mayor. I've never heard her apologize for spearheading an unconstitutional official censure earlier this year. Whether it was political payback or personal vendetta, I do not know. But either way, it was an incredible waste of town resources in pursuit of muzzling the young woman you, Vice Mayor, referred to in your January emails as, quote, the girlfriend. Maybe you could also commit to not doing that again in 2024. I also think the mayor has disqualified herself by not explaining how, for years, she failed to completely and accurately disclose her financial interests on the Form 700. As you know, Vice Mayor, this apparent violation is pending before the FPPC as case number 00584. Maybe that explanation could include something about how sources of insurance commission income may pose a risk of a conflict with your duties as mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any other hands on Zoom?
There are no other hands raised on Zoom.
Okay, and not seeing anyone rushing forward with a card, I will now close verbal communications and move to the next item. And I'll turn to our town manager.
Thank you, Mayor, and good evening, Council. It's my pleasure to introduce the commemorative video of Mayor Risto. This was put together as a compilation of photographs that were taken throughout your mayoral year, and we'd like to share it with everybody at this time. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. You've got a fun year ahead of you.
Well, and now it's my honor to provide to you a gift, a small gift, but it means a lot. It's on behalf of the entire town council and the town staff. It's our commemorative plaque that we give to our outgoing mayor. So I'll walk over and provide it to you. We have a couple of special guests in the audience, so at this time I'd like to welcome Assembly Member Gail Pellerin to come forward and make her presentation. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm so honored to be here. Hello, Mayor Risto and council members. My name is Gail Pellerin. I represent the 28th Assembly District. And I love the fact that when you were first sworn in as mayor, you called yourself a team captain. And the quote from you was that I'm wearing the team captain hat this year. I'm just hoping to continue to shape a really positive working environment. There's always going to be conflict, but I think that we have to rise above that. And you certainly have done that. You have kept your word. You have shown us what an incredible leader you are. And in your role as council, you've helped maintain a positive working environment outside the council. You're frequently seen engaging in the community, as that video montage showed. You're so engaged that you connected us to our very first San Jose district office intern, because when she was looking for a job, you said, check out Assemblymember Pellerin's office. So thank you so much for that connection. You've made great progress on sustainability and diversity efforts. You've overseen the creation and visioning of the Los Gatos DEI Commission, and I just want to applaud you for that really important work. And you helped create the Los Gatos Parks and Sustainability Commission as well. Now, we all know you're an avid bike rider, and you've provided with Connect Los Gatos a program of bicycle and pedestrian projects that promote connectivity and improve the multimodal network throughout the town of Los Gatos, and you've made major headway under your leadership, leading to the groundbreaking of the Highway 9 Los Gatos Creek Connector project as mayor, and a project that you worked on for so long, joining the town council. And this project greatly improves the safety of the bikers and pedestrians in Los Gatos. So thank you so much for that important work. And when I think of you, the words that come to mind are compassionate, loyal, dedicated, inclusive, respectful, and truly authentic. And I want to thank you, Team Captain, Mayor Risto, for your outstanding leadership. And I look forward to our continued partnership and collaboration for years to come. And I welcome Vice Mayor Mary Badame to her next role as mayor. I look forward to working with you. I have a certificate of recognition I'd like to present to you at this time.
And at this time, we'd like to welcome Kelsey Kumbalek from Supervisor Simidian's office. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, good evening. I'm Kelsey Kumbalek. I'm Chief of Staff for County Supervisor Joe Simidian. And Supervisor Simidian does regret that he's unable to be with you this evening. That said, he asked me to convey thanks on his behalf to Mayor Risto and the entire council and town staff for your collaboration this past year to support older adults, homeless individuals, and mental health care access in Los Gatos and our surrounding communities. We look forward to working with you all in the new year. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and I appreciate the collaboration we've had this year with County Supervisor Joe Simidian and Assemblymember Gail Pellerin. Gail, I think you took a whole bunch of my speech, but reflecting on this year, it feels like a really long time, and it also feels like it went by really quickly. So it was nice to see the video and be reminded of all the different activities that were out in the public, and there was so much more inside meetings. I apologize. I hope this isn't as long as Councilmember Rennie's speech 2 years ago, but there's a lot I wanted to cover. We'll find out. It's been an honor and privilege to serve as mayor of Los Gatos for this past year. Every day I've held this position in the highest regard, understanding it was about the town and not me. From ribbon cuttings to newspaper interviews to meeting with students, seniors, and community groups, I always strived to put the town before myself. I had a lot of fun, but constantly took the job and my decisions seriously. In my role as mayor this year, I've had a front row seat to the best of what this community is. Our myriad service groups fundraise, host events, and volunteer in many capacities, including through their middle and high school service affiliates, encouraging our youth on a path to deep community contribution. Our community partners, including the Chamber of Commerce, Los Gatos Saratoga Rec, NUMU, the Veterans Memorial Foundation, the Women's History Club, the school district, scout groups, and so many others, enhance the services and events provided by our town. Local government can't do it all, and our amazing community organizations are an integral part of the social fabric that make Los Gatos a strong and vibrant town. Every invitation to speak was truly an honor. From the menorah lighting last December, through youth groups, tree plantings, commencement ceremonies, Memorial Day and 9/11, and multiple town events and observances, I was honored to participate and share in the event. Ribbon cuttings have been a special opportunity to meet proud business owners and service providers, hear their stories, find out why they chose to do business in Los Gatos, and learn what is important to various sectors of our business community. These stories constantly reminded me of what a special place Los Gatos is and how so many people want to be a part of it. Whether celebrating 20 years of business, opening a new shop, restaurant, or office, creating affordable senior housing, adding a special medical device, a tutoring service, or an entire school campus, each ribbon cutting is always a joyful celebration. While I was thrilled with each event, large and small, I have two sentimental favorites, both reopenings of longtime anchors downtown. The Los Gatos Theater reopened after the pandemic under the Gunsky family at the start of the year, and Margaret Smith brought back Domus after a long 11-year absence. These returns remind us that while Los Gatos continues to change in some ways, we still hold our longtime values of local business and family-oriented activities. We have a wonderful mix of businesses and restaurants in Los Gatos to support all our needs, so let's make sure that we continue to support them. When I was sworn in as mayor a year ago, I stated my goal, as Gail pointed out, was to continue to shape a really positive working environment. Knowing there will always be conflict, I aim to have us rise above it. To a very large degree, I believe we succeeded. Policy and decorum have allowed our meetings to move forward productively. I also shared that I view my role as team captain, and from that perspective, I'm proud of the accomplishments of our entire team. In our council manager form of government, the council majority states the what, and the manager and her team determine the how. This requires a lot of communication, respect, and trust in the process. It's how government works effectively. Without the preparation, dedication, and collaboration of my fellow council members, nothing could have moved forward. Open discussion and thoughtful compromise, where possible, helped us move our strategic priorities forward. Without our incredibly experienced and dedicated town manager and professional staff, nothing could have been implemented. It's absolutely clear to me how well our staff work together for a community they care about very deeply. The commissions have contributed in their respective areas, advising the council and engaging the public on critical issues and projects. These volunteers are ambassadors to the community and bring countless hours of volunteering to specific issues for the benefit of all of us. Our residents, business owners, and community organizations continue to speak up at meetings and through letters, ensuring that many voices are heard before the council makes a decision. I'm grateful for the vision and follow-through that moved us forward this year. As former Mayor Rennie pointed out last year, a mayor comes in knowing pretty much nothing they start will be completed in their term, and nothing they complete would have been possible without the work of past councils. In my Leadership Los Gatos class in 2015, former Mayor Joe Przinski reminded us that governing is not a sprint or even a marathon. It's a relay. We continue the work started before us and start work we trust will be continued. So, what did we accomplish in 2023? I'm sure I'll miss some things. We have a DEI commission. The diversity, equity, and inclusion work was really begun in 2020 under Mayor Marcia Jensen, called Creating a More Inclusive Community. The effort was continued by Mayor Sayak, who endured hateful personal attacks, yet persevered. In 2021, our community responded with the United Against Hate March, demonstrating solid support not only for Mayor Sayak, but also for the values of inclusivity she and so many of us were promoting. I'm so thrilled this year the council took concrete steps to solidify that commitment and secure the legacy of Mayor Sayak and many involved residents through the adoption of the DEI roadmap. And just last week, we appointed the first commissioners to our new DEI commission. The work to make all feel they belong in Los Gatos continues. We will be a better town for this commitment. Roadway safety for all users. Working to implement more parts of the bicycle and pedestrian master plan, we completed a number of projects, including responding to residents' calls for further traffic calming. We created more protected bike lanes and reconfigured car travel lanes for traffic calming on Blossom Hill Road, near Blossom Hill School and the park. We also established a collaboration with San Jose and Council Member Pam Foley to study and plan effective traffic calming measures on Blossom Hill Road near the Belle Blossom neighborhood. Addressing the very limited access to the Los Gatos Creek Trail in town, we broke ground on the very long-awaited Highway 9 Los Gatos Creek Trail connector. Good things sometimes take time, but they do happen. Staff worked extensively with the residents of Lower Shannon Road to implement the direction of the council and complete the plans for sidewalks and bike lanes on a critical route to multiple schools. We should see construction of this long-anticipated improvement next summer. Led by the work of the Youth Commission, our police department, and town attorney, the bicycle ordinance was updated to include e-bikes. The Youth Commission also created messaging around bike safety to mesh with the efforts of Safe Routes to School. Completion of the outdoor dining parklet program. Almost every town department was involved in some aspect of this successful multi-year effort. This enhancement to our downtown was possible through early work of previous councils, starting as a pilot before the pandemic, and it's rolled out to be a model for outdoor dining to surrounding cities. Addressing improved quality of life for seniors. The council adopted the Senior Services Roadmap, helping to guide improvements in programs, services, and facilities for our older residents. The council also made an allocation of additional funding for the Adult Rec Center. Collaboration with County Supervisor Joe Simidian secured funding for the Adult Rec Center floor and ADA restrooms. Collaboration with Assemblymember Gail Pellerin secured $1 million in funding for the Adult Rec 55+ programs. Support for our unhoused residents. The collaboration of faith-based organizations at St. Luke's, the Methodist Church, and St. Mary's St. Vincent de Paul has created essential services for our most vulnerable residents. In addition, the council funded augmentation of the weekly shower service and created a hotel program for extreme circumstances. Through the county and with support of Supervisor Simidian, we are working to secure a caseworker. We funded the addition of temporary public restroom as we work to create a permanent facility downtown. Public safety. To reduce the risk of wildfire, the town continued brush and tree trimming, defensible space, and roadway shaded fuel breaks. We completed removal of all the eucalyptus trees along Overlook Road in town. The flock camera pilot has now been adopted by our police department as an integral part of data collection and has been demonstrated to be an effective tool in criminal apprehension and crime prevention. Our police department is strong, and this has only helped make them that much more effective, leveraging technology. Engagement. Post-pandemic, the town has resumed the Leadership Los Gatos program, offering the opportunity for residents and employees of the town to learn more about local government and further develop leadership skills. I can vouch for the effectiveness of that program. Parking. The employee permit program has been implemented quite successfully. The Town Council has authorized the creation of a parking coordinator position to move the parking roadmap forward, including wayfinding, refinement of employee parking permits, and further work on the next phases of the Dixon parking plan. Sustainability. Two highlights in the ongoing work of the town include the addition of plant-based educational speakers and cooking classes through our library programming, as well as the recent upgrade to our Parks Commission to Parks and Sustainability. Reflecting on these highlights, you can see we've accomplished a number of high-priority projects and programs. The one really big unchecked box is our housing element. Like many of our neighboring cities, we are still working towards certification by the state. This sometimes excruciating process has placed a lot of stress on our community and staff, and it feels like the goalposts keep moving. That said, our staff is heroically working, and our council remains completely committed to getting our housing element adopted and certified, creating the opportunities for a diversity of housing options to strengthen our town. I'm confident we'll complete this task in 2024. I'd like to conclude by sharing with you that this year has been a peak experience in my life representing Los Gatos. I know that the regional connections I've forged, the staff interactions I've enjoyed, the community outreach I've learned from will serve to make me a better council person and leader going forward, and frankly, a better person. I thank you for this opportunity to serve the town in a special way, and mostly thank you to my incredibly supportive and understanding family. You make everything I do possible. Thank you. Oh my. And I apologize. I usually just speak, but I didn't want to miss a lot of points. And it was a long speech, but I meant every word of it. Vice Mayor?
That was a wonderful speech, by the way. I want to thank you for your leadership. You led with passion, personality, and perspective, exemplified by a very strong, visible presence through active engagement with our community. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Rennie.
Thank you, Mayor. I kept it to less than one page. But I'd like to start off by congratulating Mayor Risto for a job well done, and thank you for all the things that we achieved this year. It was a long and exciting list. When I started thinking about this and what the mayor's going to say and everything, I thought, you know what? Maria is the first mayor since 2018 that was not a mayor before. So she's the first one in many years that hasn't had previous experience. And all of our next mayors are going to be first-time mayors also. So I wrote some comments about Maria that enlighten a little bit of the things that that are going on behind the scenes and the skills the mayor has to learn. And Maria has learned these and mastered them well. So let me start by saying you did an excellent job of stepping into the role without the previous experience. I think her success was due to her passion for Los Gatos, her tireless dedication, and her deep roots in the community. But it takes more than deep roots. It takes a willingness to engage with everybody, including those you do not agree with or do not even like. Maria saw this as part of her duty as mayor and was willing to listen, learn, and adjust her thinking. So thank you for that. Another important role of the mayor is to be the team leader and team facilitator for the council. This includes running the meeting so all council members feel included, have a chance to speak as much as they need, and get the information they require. I saw Maria go against her own desires multiple times to accommodate other council members' desires for agenda items or the changing of timings of items. I can remember times when past mayors, with two of us, would ask for an agenda item that never came. So thank you, Maria, for that. I commend Maria for her selflessness in her management of the council. Another very important skill for the mayor is to have a strong working relationship with the town manager. The mayor cannot be successful without the town manager, as you were explaining. In our form of government, the council sets policy and budget, and the town manager is responsible for execution. In order to advance council priorities and service requests from the council, the manager and the mayor must work together, including many discussions and brainstorms. Maria did a great job of leveraging her relationship with the manager to support us, the council. The mayor and the manager also work together to interface with other important organizations within our community, which include regular meetings with organizations such as the school districts, LGS Rec, NUMO, the West Valley mayors, higher electeds, and many, many more. During these meetings, the mayor and the manager learn about challenges or get ideas that they can use to work and to work together to make Los Gatos a better place. The mayor also gets asked many requests to meet with or speak at groups, service clubs, or even write articles for magazines and papers. This, in addition to the many requests from individuals to help them solve their problems in town. All of this adds up to a lot of time and work for the mayor that many of you may not realize. So I would like to thank Maria for all the hard work she's put in.
Thank you. And thank you for mentoring me so well last year. Councilmember Hudes.
Mayor Risto, I want to thank you and commend you on the way that you've conducted the town council meetings this year. Your open approach has proven to be inviting and civil, has led to civil meetings, continuing the path of reopening that started with Mayor Rennie. The result is that our residents are able to participate in an effective way. I had the opportunity to hear you make remarks at various community events, including the Memorial Day event and many others. And you always provided a personal and real perspective, heartfelt perspective on the town and the event that you were opening. And the result has been making the town and these events more meaningful. So thank you for that.
Thank you. My gosh, it's a busy night. Councilmember Moore.
Yeah, I can't let you get off without saying a few words myself. So you are the first mayor that I ever had the privilege of serving under, and it really has been a true privilege. As one can imagine, getting up to speed as a council member can be quite difficult, and in her self-proclaimed role as team captain, Mayor Risto really took me under her wing and consistently checked in on me to make sure that I was just doing all right as a person and also as a council member. She helped me understand my place and my role in this room and what it means to serve in government, and I will forever be grateful to you for that. Anyone who has watched one of these meetings in this room sees that while sitting here, Mayor Risto serves in her role with a real grace and authenticity. That same tact and goodwill is present in everything that she does. Her love for this community has shined through in every meeting, every ribbon cutting, every event she's taken part of in the last year. She's guided Los Gatos through major challenges like the housing element, major storms, community division, and she's done all of that with a finesse that brought Los Gatos together and moved our town in the direction of progress. I have learned so much from your leadership, your thoughtfulness, and perhaps most importantly to me, your kindness. Los Gatos is very lucky to have had you serve in this role, and I feel even luckier to have been able to have you as my first mayor. I admire you so much, and I look forward to continuing to serve with you in the years to come. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
See, we do have a great team. Thank you all. I've been told I don't take compliments well, so I'm just trying to take this. I'm going to have to go somewhere and go, oh my God, I'm not worthy. Anyway, with that, we're going to move to the next part where I'm going to make a motion. But before I do that, I want to make a couple of comments because I don't want to leave my fellow council members out before I work my way up to the big. First of all, I genuinely appreciate my teammates on the council. We each bring different strengths and styles, and that can contribute to a stronger team. When there have been splits in votes and an issue prevailed 3-2, I've thought very hard about whether that's a problem or not. While consensus is always the goal, it may not always be possible. The 5 of us on the council represent our entire community, and perhaps our community is divided 60-40 on some really tough issues. A unanimous vote could cause a number of folks to feel unrepresented. I'd like to believe we all fundamentally want the same things, but have differing ideas of how to achieve it. Councilmember Rennie, with his 9 years on the council, has provided guidance and support to me, and he's continued his regional representation for Los Gatos on the VTA, PAC, and board, as well as the Silicon Valley Clean Energy. He's also modeled to me how to try to reach compromise on difficult issues. He has an ability to analyze all sides of an issue that resonates with my approach, probably because of our engineering former lives. Councilmember Moore, with only 1 year into his term, is always exceptionally prepared and ready to discuss any issue with an eye toward the interests of the entire community. While I have constantly encouraged constituents to subscribe to the town's weekly newsletter and go to the website for information, Councilmember Moore's monthly newsletters, coffees, and broad social media reach have gone a long way toward informing and engaging our residents. He also has been instrumental in strengthening our relationships with our regional representatives and constantly shows his compassionate side, especially in terms of working with our unhoused and vulnerable residents. Councilmember Hudes, with his experience on the Planning Commission and very deep interest in senior services, has pushed the priority of enhancing services for our seniors. The senior roadmap would not have been possible, I don't think, without your leadership. He is also incredibly detail-oriented and can be counted on to identify additional information on important issues. Vice Mayor Badami, having lived in Los Gatos most of your life, you continually demonstrate your strong desire to maintain the small-town look and feel of Los Gatos. As a small business owner in the downtown, you personally understand the challenges of many of our merchants and service providers and what they face. As an insurance agent, you also know firsthand how wildfire risk impacts the ability of our residents to retain homeowners insurance. These concerns and experiences drive much of your decision-making. You also have a history having worked with the police department and victim services and a level of compassion that many of us have not been able to experience, and your collaboration with the police department is incredibly important. You and I, often view the town through slightly different lenses, and I know that various viewpoints are essential to representing our community effectively. Having served on the Planning Commission for 7 years, including being chairperson, you have the experience of running meetings and guiding your colleagues. You filled in for me periodically this year at meetings and outside, rising to the occasion each time. We've been working together for the past few weeks to ensure a smooth transition, and I know that you are more than ready to take on the role. With this, I nominate Vice Mayor Mary Badami to be the next mayor of Los Gatos. Do I have a second? Councilmember Rennie.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any comments right now? Councilmember Rennie.
I'll just quick comments, keep it short. I think Mary's going to do a great job. She also has a passion and love and deep dedication for Los Gatos and the deep roots and the experience leading meetings on the Planning Commission, and she's led parts of meetings for us here. So I'm very confident that she's going to lead us well this year. One thing I would caution, clear your schedule. It's a lot more work. So good luck on the coming year.
Thank you. Any other comments before I call the question? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
You'd better vote. Did I hear an aye? You don't get to vote no here. This is my last move as team captain. Everyone's rowing in the same direction. Okay, anyone opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Thank you. And let me pass the gavel.
I was so overwhelmed with that, I forgot to vote for myself. But at the same time, I am extremely humbled to have the full support from my council. Collectively, we all want what's best for Los Gatos. I will honor my role in working together with respect and humility. I acknowledge and appreciate the support I've received from town residents, former leaders, town staff, and I'm looking both sides of the room, our town manager, Ms. Prevetti, my daughter, Erin, who makes me proud and couldn't be here tonight, and my boyfriend, Pat Tillman, who has spent the last 13 years of our 23 years together sitting in the pews of the council chamber, faithfully attending all of our public meetings. Thank you for the support, and thank you to each and all of you. With that, I'm going to move to nominate Councilmember Hudes as Vice Mayor. His leadership has been demonstrated with integrity, depth of knowledge, and a deep commitment to the character of our town and our town residents. Do I have a second? Mayor Risto seconds. I'm going to call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Passes unanimously. Would the Vice Mayor-elect wish to make comments at this time?
Yeah, I didn't forget to vote for myself. So, thank you so much, Mayor Badami, for nominating me, and council members for appointing me. I appreciate what I've learned from all of you, as well as former mayors and council members who came before me. And thank you to Manager Prevetti and our staff for all of your support, despite my persistent and annoying questions. I really appreciate it. In the coming year, I look forward to assisting Mayor Badami with her leadership and dedication to the character of Los Gatos. Every day I realize what a superb community Los Gatos is, and I especially appreciate hearing from residents about their thoughts and ideas to make it even better. Los Gatos is an incredible place to live. Thank you for the honor. I also want to thank, from the bottom of my heart, my wife, Kui, for her support, being a sounding board and dealing with my crazy schedule, running off in middle of dinner, and listening to some of my frustrations. You are really a special person. Thank you.
We have another special guest in the audience, so may I introduce former Mayor Barbara Spector. If you could please step forward to the dais. She has been our mayor. Yes, you can come here. She has been our mayor for 3 terms. She's just not former mayor, mayor of 3 terms. She served our town for over 20 years. Thank you for your dedication. You have been a model of inspiration to many former leaders and to me. And we are honored to have her presence and her agreement to administer the oath of office. Would Councilmember Hudis please join me to the floor along with former Mayor Spector?
I told the town manager that I had memorized it, so I really didn't need the notes, but that wasn't true. Even after 3 times, you do not memorize it. First of all, congratulations to both of you. I would ask you to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. State your name. Thank you. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. Congratulations to both of you.
I want to thank former Mayor Barbara Spector for honoring me with administering the oath of office. Mayor Spector has been an inspiration and a role model to me in serving on the council. In particular, I appreciate very much the way Mayor Spector approached tough decisions, and she had many. Always with the respect for the law and the will of the residents as her highest principle. And I only hope to be able to repeat some of that process as I face tough decisions going forward. And so I want to thank you for doing this, and thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
I offer my congratulations to Vice Mayor Hudis. He is a true champion for the town of Los Gatos, and I look forward to his continued leadership. Look forward to my council members if they want to add any comments. Otherwise, I'll make some comments. Okay. We're going to have a very busy year, no doubt. And we are going to have midnight meetings on the horizon. My immediate focus is to get certification of our housing element. I cherish our town, and I look forward to working collectively and constructively throughout the next year. Good night and happy holidays to all. This meeting is adjourned.